Hello everyone, well, I logged in a little bit ago here. Specters were open, so I've been over here for a little while, off and on killing these. But I'm going to sell here. I'm almost 42. Had a couple deaths. I had got a gold in 2 different times, and well, I died twice and lost that gold. So it was like I lost. Well, the first time I was almost a gold in, I died, and I lost 41. Then I came back and got right back to where I was before I died. Then I died again. It's like I've got a stack of those. I'm just gonna start selling those. How much are those worth anyway? Here, about a plat. But I had, the first time I died, it was because of resist. I almost died a second time because of that. There was another necro here, was there camping. I had logged in, and I'd went running around looking for giants or something blue to kill, and then I was asking them, I'm like, are you just killing the bottom ones? They said, yeah, and I asked if I could pull a couple from the top. The one time I got mixed up and I pulled right over top of them, and I apologized to them, and then it happened again, or I had a resist and I had pulled. I didn't see where I thought they had moved to the other side, but we were chatting a bit. But I went down and pulled one of those, and I bring it clear up here. It'd be better probably to fight those in the water, but I bring it clear up here and rooted it and was killing it. Of course, I wasn't resisting any of its spells, and it dotted me up pretty good, and I died to that. But I did feign death it off. I'd almost killed it, but it was like a wizard or something. I don't know. It was blasting me pretty good, or a shaman or something. I don't know. It was taking chunks of my health out. But what I notice about these, like for melee, is like if I get hit, they stun you, and then they do that melee life tap proc thing they do. Of course, they hit pretty hard, but I've just been root rotting them. I usually wait till I'm about 80 to full mana, it seems, if you get a resist or something. But I'm back up to what? Let's see. 60 plat. So 645 plat or so. Plus I have some gems. These black pearls are worth like 50 plat a piece, I think. So it's a nice little store some money, get a few levels, you know, the higher level the easier it gets. But I've swapped spells in and out, just testing things. The charm seems to work pretty good. I go down into Guck and get an evil eye bag. I've got, what, 4 paradots. So those will be good later on. Those are 10 plat each if you sold them, but I got like some Lobby gloves. At one point I had a whole set of this, those are glowing, that's for a quest. Those split paw stuff, I had a pretty nice little collection. I was going to throw on my druid just for the leather look, but I ended up selling it because, well, the druid's not really a priority, but I guess if it drops, you know what I mean? If you ever do play it, then you got something on it, I suppose. Takes a while to, well, I don't want to say do a proper playthrough, but if you're just enjoying your pace, so to speak. I watch other necros if they have a video, or I'll ask them questions like I'm not a, like I'm learning it, right? So this part's pretty straightforward, but when you go down into dungeons, it's nice to know what all, I don't want to call them tricks, but abilities. Like I was looking at that voice graph, no one seems to really, if they know, they're not saying. I wonder if that's like bind sight, because it says see the eyes through your pet's target. That's like a level 16 spell. I wanted to look up the Cloak of Flames too. 'Cause the only way to get that, I guess, would be getting a raid and then de-level my enchanter, which I'm not. 52, I'm not going to do that. But you have to do that before you would go past 52, otherwise it'll boot you out of the raid if you try to do it. I don't know if there's a better cloak or not. When I get this dead, I'm going to look it up just to see if that's like a best in slot, or it probably is for that era before, like, maybe Velius, there might be a better one. Some of these dungeons you had to unlock or kill a certain dragon, or they came out in a certain X-Pack, like this is up to, that might have came out in Kunark. I couldn't, without looking at all the stuff. I mean, I guess that's important, but not important. When you play on different servers, like some of the error stuff is the way it was before they patched it and changed it. Dang, level 42. I've just been deleting those rusty weapons. Not that they don't sell for anything, but they're just kind of heavy. And I only have, well, the player-made ones, and then this thing was a quest, but 5%. Not that those bone chips weigh a lot, but you can pull these top ones with just cancel magic. I don't think you really need to numb the dead. It might depend on what level you are, possibly, but let's see. Let me look up this Cloak of Flame. So here's the Cloak of Flames. It's a pretty damn nice cloak, like the 36% haste. It's probably more of a melee cloak, but I mean, especially the haste, I don't think that's spell haste, but it might not be worth me worrying about it, I guess. But let's see, it drops a couple places, it says, so Lord Nagaffin's one of them. So that might not be a bad thing. Let's see, let me look up. The best thing for spell haste is like the clicky spell bar thing. Like if you're a hybrid or you're a pure caster like I am. Well, Necro's a pure caster, but it's like a pet class, like Enchanter. I don't know. I guess you could fight with or without the pet. Depends on what you're doing. Single targets, I guess. Enchanter, I usually want two, you know. Necro. One of the fears is a mez, like a temporary mez, too. Screaming Terror, I think it is. I don't know. Just sound like a noob, but when you play it enough, it's like muscle memory. You just, oh, that spell, this spell, you know. You do have to think a bit. I'm looking at armor sets, like what's the best in slot. Let's see. Like if you look up here on the wiki, like if you didn't know or didn't have a book, like when you know, you're playing it now, it's kind of like back in the day. If you don't outright remember, but there's different things. I'm looking at Thurgoden and Kale stuff, like if I can get some of that, because there's like clicky things, like I want to make my way over to K-Sora and do a little leveling over there on the Necro. I might go in there on my Enchanter too, because some of that bottom, I think, still might be experienced, but I need part of the key from him. I think it's for Howling Stones or Charsis or one of them. I'd have to look it up. But I should be able to go down there and solo that. And if you're trying to get the staff, you might get, you know, lucky and get it right away, or you might be there a while. I think you gotta, if he's not up, you gotta kill his placeholder and spawn him. It's been years since I did it. I remember doing it years ago. Like my friend Drew would be down in there leveling. He played this Necro. Of course, he started a Iskar. That's, like, Kunark's really nice if you do an Iskar Necro. You can, there's a lot of nice places over there. Like, I guess if you stay in the region you're from, but some dungeons you come over for just for the, well, the farm of the XP, or you might want to drop from there. Most of these dungeons are pretty empty. You might have a few people here and there camping something if they're doing a quest or need something. They want something, I suppose. Like the raids, that's a different thing. You're not going to run into... Like on this server, I think Master Yale's a raid, if I remember right. It might not be. It might be, I don't know. I think it is. The whole came out... you had to kill a couple dragons or something. I don't know. It was like once you'd killed Vox and Nagafin, I think it opened it up or gave you the ability to get the key to it or something. Like that stuff's already open on P99. It was. I didn't start on this one. It was brand new emulation thing. Like there's that bug, but you see where he's at, right? It's like. Finally, I'm hit me with this thing. As I said it, I was saying finally I'm fizzling less on this spell, but here we go. Low on mana. I thought that expel would kill him. Those things are worth a decent amount too, those opals. I think I got a few of those. Yeah, I got 3 of those. 5 of those. 4 of those. So it's 20 plat if I just sold those, but they're, I'll show you. Not that you can't look it up if you didn't know. So what I have to do, you turn these in for the Necromancer words, this X-Tide, Tempe, or whatever, you get these different words, like to make certain things. I guess you could do that pattern there, 2 dull bone chips, what is it, what one uses, Globe of Fear's Words of Suffering, so you need 1 of those. Like if you look at the recipe, you need 1 of those, 2 ice bone chips, which is the Fallen, and then a Star Rose Quartz, which you can buy. Or they drop off of things. I think that's a pretty cheap gem overall, but probably by the time I'm 42, because I got all that plat basically in that level, 41, so, and I really wasn't going at it terribly hard. I mean, just like I'm doing here, it's slower. Like, I could kill him faster with the pet thing and all that, which, to each his own, I guess. you could call it research if you want. I was looking to see what dots did the most damage, how often you would need to cast them. Like at 40, probably 2 rounds maybe, depending on what you're doing. The charm thing, as long as you don't feign death, although if that's the way it breaks, having the clicky instant invis would be nice too, I guess. You probably would have feign death on your bar, maybe. Although charming, I don't know, you'd only want to feign death if you got in trouble, I guess, because then you would have, like I said, your pet and the thing. Like if you have one of these charmed and you start dotting them, just a couple dots, I mean, you could keep that pet and run through the whole thing, as long as you didn't break it. I mean, I guess they do break at random. I'm not, like on the enchanter, you get comfortable with it and you kind of know, you know. I'm going to pause this while I get some mana and health back here. Maybe I'll do a charm on this next one here. I was going through a couple processors that I have for one of these X58s. I have a couple of these Xenon X5650s. They're server CPUs. They're 6 cores, 12 threads, 3 gigahertz each, turbo, 95 watt. And they use DDR3 up to 133, which these are old, but it's like the X58 or 1366 socket. I think those are probably better than the Intel. Minimize this a little bit here. What did I have? The i7 930. 4 cores, 8 threads. So yeah, that has L3 cache. Says 12 megabyte. So I don't know. I'll play around with that too, I guess. I think I have a 5660 or something in one of them. Do I want to charm something with low health like that? Live dangerously, right? Steel skin. Takes longer to pop than I thought it did. Thing to guard, because it might pull that one. Sit down here a minute. Looks like my Spectre's reckoning pretty good with those dots. I mean, if you wanted to break it and get the XP for both of them, I mean, I guess it's faster, I guess, if you want to clear them out, right? You get a little bit less XP, but you might get more because you could kill more of them. Like instead of killing one at a time, you could kill two, or the higher you get, and if you want to spend a little money on these spells, like Steel Skin would last. Well, I've had Rune 5 wear off without getting hit. Like I think it lasts 15 minutes or 30 minutes. I don't know. I'd have to time it, but. Like my stuff blinks. If I get a resist, it's in red. If something wears off, it's in the center box. It's usually yellow. Just like a visual clue, like it catches my eye. Most of the rest of it, I'm not. Like I thought about pulling this other one and then killing him with my pet. Let's see. Oh, see, he wore off. That's all right. You could do it that way too, I guess. I just want to stay far enough away from him if root breaks, and that he doesn't do that because he gets a little bit of health. Like you could, I've had him go from 1% to like 3% or something. Oh, I took off direct damage. I assume most Necros probably play this way, or maybe they haven't, I don't know. Back in the day when I knew enchanters that didn't charm at all, they just grouped and did slows, heals, buff, or not heals, but that kind of stuff, crowd control. They might have charmed a little bit, but I've seen enchanters run around just with their pet, their little, well, I ran around with it too when I was lower, but I'm at higher level. I mean, I guess your summon pet is good. Gonna get some mana back here. I might charm that one and kill this one, or well, yeah, the one in the bottom of the building here. So I'll pause this while I do that, and then we'll call that a video for you. How long is this? 22 minutes so far. Me just rambling about it. Be back. All right, let's see what's up here. That one. Let me wait a second and see if that one spawns before I pull this building one. I thought it was up already. I'll pause this here. Alright, well, alright, he's up. What I think I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to see, let me get range, I'm going to brood it. Use them to get my health back here. It's like the mana efficient way, or you do it however works best for you, but when this starts blinking, I know it's about to wear off, so I've got him down. Alright, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to get that dot back on him, because it gives me health. Then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to charm this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this one down here. Get a target on him. I'm going to hit him with cancel magic. Then I'm going to root him. Get around the dots on him. Ward undead on here. Want to get, I think it'll be alright. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is feign death. Stand back up. Did that not break it? If I have to invis, I will. Okay. I'll just kill him off with a... life tap there. You see how quick they get their health? He was whacking on that dude's pet. Just standing there, so get rid of that one. There's a way you can do it. Was that guy? Was he asking me? Feel bad I wasn't paying attention to him. He's a necro, so bean dip maybe. Alright, so I'll make that a video, and you all have a good one.